like a rich man, blessed beyond measure. With the case of your heart is my treasure. I try to open it up at times to admire it, but not every hour, cause then I get tired of it. That's why a holiday feast are so rare. Spread it around all across the year. Spread it around like gems on a crown. Those precious stones are like you, my dear. You know, when I first get a script and I read it before even saying it out loud, there's still some parts like, oh, this is gonna be a troubling one. But then once I start getting a feel of the flow of how it's said, a rhythm, I get a better definition of it. And also when you hear it in context, even if you don't know the meaning of the word or the words, when you hear it in a sentence or hear the whole speech or phrase, it gives it more understanding. What would y'all like to do? Would you like to try to rewrite Sonnet 18, or would you like to compare yourself to a spirit animal? Like if you were to compare yourself, you want to compare yourself to an animal? That's what we're going to do. So the first thing I want you to do, we're going to take a couple notes. These are the notes that we're going to use to write our quatrains, okay? You're going to compare yourself to a quatrain. So right now I want you to think of the spirit animal you would compare yourself to and write it down. And then write down a couple reasons that why are you comparing yourself to the spirit animal. And then we're going to use these notes to write a quatrain. So first thing first, write down the spirit animal that you compare yourself to, that you feel most connected to.
Anything that's cute and furry.
Anything that likes to swim and is cute and furry.
Anything that's really annoying.
Yeah.
Anything that's really nice, fluffy, and something or someone that I can cuddle with. I most like a monkey, but my favorite animal is a panda.
Panda, I love pandas. I love pandas. They have the same mentality as an owl, I think. They're very quiet until they're protective, but they're playful too. They're very playful. Big fan of the panda. All right, so what we're gonna do is, the first line is gonna be something similar to what Shakespeare wrote, but we don't necessarily have to write, shall I compare thee or compare myself. I would like you to write in a sentence, I am like a blank. So it's easier to edit. So I would like you to just write whatever's in your mind, whatever's on your mind. If there's not enough syllables, like say if you only have 6 or 7 syllables, we can add some words to create 10 syllables. That's what Shakespeare did. Did you know Shakespeare created the word excitement, amazement, bedazzled, belied, which belied just means lie, but he added belied to keep that to keep that pattern, because that line only had 9 syllables. He needed to add a prefix to keep that. Write that first sentence and count how many syllables are in there.
It's a reminder on how reality can find us after we put this morality behind us. That's something to worry about. Those thoughts that make us.
The fact that his format, you know, each sonnet has a format, you know, the rhyme scheme, and the rhyme scheme alone connects me to hip hop. But the fact that he uses a lot of metaphors and similes, that's kind of, I'm a big fan of MCing when we're using creative metaphors and similes to break down life, society, and Shakespeare was able to do that over 100 times about love. He has 100 different metaphors about love. I don't know how you can do that. Some people can get stuck trying to write one line, just one metaphoric line about love. Could you imagine doing 154 sonnets about love?
I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare. My mistress, think about her. Can I speak about her? I can't be without her. I can't breathe without her. I'm not myself. I cannot be me without her. I feel sick without her. I can't live without my hopes.